Board of Commissioners. Today is Tuesday, February the 10th, the time 6:00 p.m. I'm now calling the meeting to order, and I ask you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Ackrey.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Ackrey?
Here.
Commissioner Downing?
Here.
Commissioner Smith? Here. Commissioner Tebby?
Here.
Mayor Washington?
Here.
We have our quorum and are duly qualified to conduct business.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I'll entertain a motion to dispense with the reading and approve the minutes from January the 27th.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Tebby.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Ackrey. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next part of our agenda is public comments. I'd like to remind our public that you need to state your name and address, please, when you come to the podium. You'll have 3 minutes to address the City Commission. Usually commissioners will not have a conversation with you about your comments, but they may ask for clarifying to clarify what you've said. Also, I encourage the public to, if they want to get a hold of our city commissioners, it's easy to do through the email system. So with that, the first person I see have signed up is Mr. Phillips.
Hello, my name is Samuel Phillips, Samuel T. Phillips, 300 West Pike Street, Covington, Kentucky. We, the people of Covington, gratefully acknowledge the native nations of Turtle Island on whose ancestral homeland we gather, as well as the diverse and vibrant indigenous communities who make their home here today, not limited to Cherokee, Hopi, Chickasaw, Shawnee, Lenni Lenape, Delaware, Miami, Osage, Chippewa, Shoshone Grass Folks, and Choctaw Nations, Anishinaabe peoples, land back. So I was wanting to make a visit here today, seeing as Kenton County and Boone County jails already have 287G agreements signed. I would like to reiterate what the people have been praying over in the streets. When ICE does surge, or if it does surge in our village and are handling their papers that we have our chief sign, we require law enforcement to show their faces. We require to have defined training for our police on their obligations to both federal agencies and our residents. We require provided public information on how to identify legitimate local officials and agencies versus federal. We require to be provided guidance for the public and their rights and obligations to local and federal officers to minimize the potential for violent escalations in an encounter. And the people would enjoy a creation of ordinances written promising to uphold these requirements to further protect the people of our neighborhoods. And to go further, because I brought this up in past meetings, to represent the governing body, it would be good to know that this governing body is opposed to bills like Kentucky 47, if Mayor Washington, you are to go to DC again the next time, we implore you to use the same silver tongue securing millions in federal funding to encourage an audit of Kenton County jails. We are contacting our representatives so the people's minds would be put at ease to know you guys are doing the same, putting forth your same efforts and making your communications, commissioners, to know you are, and following up on this progress, to know if our jails are in fact being used as concentration camps where 70% of ICE detainees haven't seen their day in court and due process, where only 5% of the detainees make up violent offenses. We would like to also know that the phones are working inside, that there's an efficient access to translators, the conditions are sanitary and aren't overcrowded, and the food is clean, and there is access to mental health professionals. There's medical needs being met, and there are enough hygiene products in circulation. Chief, I see you're in the room tonight. I hope you won't let these clowns come into our city and take it over. I'm looking up to you, man, for real, because it is a scary time. It is I know you're new, and I'm looking forward to seeing the work that you do in the city. Lastly, I brought the community has been putting forth their own efforts in circulating whistles. I brought 6 for you guys if you would like to take them and be a part of that effort to be prepared for the worst, because it doesn't look like this train is stopping. It's coming down from the south, it's coming from the west, and it's coming up from the north. So thank you for listening, and I'm happy to be back in the room. It's been really busy, substitute teaching and things like that. So thanks for listening. All right.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips. Okay. Next person, you just lay him on the desk there. Next person who signed up for public comment is Mr. Ackerman.
Hello, I'm Joe Ackerman, 13 East 15th Street, over right down by the cathedral. First of all, I apologize. I didn't mean for this to be one of those meetings. It could have been an email. I didn't know about the email thread, but I'll follow up and get that information. But since I'm here, I wanted to pull back up the bridge traffic issue. I know you guys spoke about it last week, and I really appreciate it being on the front of your agendas, as is a pretty big problem. However, I recently noticed that in addition to the added time and congestion, there seems to be a pretty real risk to pedestrians and cyclists that are trying to particularly cross at the foot of the 12th Street Bridge across Wheeler. I didn't realize it until I drove through a situation where you no longer have the opportunity to look for pedestrians. If you're trying to turn left off of the bridge and onto Wheeler Street, you are forced to pay attention to oncoming traffic, and they are forced to assume you're probably going to turn if you're in the left turning lane, right? And I've seen a couple of instances since I've started paying attention where people are trying to drive, are not seeing the pedestrians, and then either the pedestrian has to evade a car that's just going through, or the car has to correct at a last-second maneuver and not hit the pedestrian, and that puts them into oncoming traffic as the cars going towards Newport are now starting to drive across the bridge because they're anticipating the other car moving. They only have one shot. They've been there for like 45 minutes to an hour. They're ready to go. And I've noticed that the pedestrians and cyclists are going to be the ones that take the fall. Again, I appreciate you bringing that up in the last meeting. My question to you guys through the appropriate channels would be, what is the deadline for mitigation of this activity? Are there solutions in the pipeline? And if not, how can I follow up to present my own? And I think that's it for this one. I'll follow up via email. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. That concludes public comments. Just a little housekeeping that we'll do is, without objection, I'd like to add Commissioner's order appointing a person to the Human Rights Commission on the unanimous consent, without objections. Okay, that'll be added. Thank you, Madam Clerk. If you could make a note of that, please. Okay, no presentations, I assume, Madam City Manager. Okay, you want to go ahead with your report, please?
Good evening. I have 2 things to report on tonight. First is about the 4th Street Bridge demolition. Just wanted to let everybody know that it's looking like it'll be in early March. There has been information posted on KYTC's project website on some details on the demo itself, including a frequently asked question, 1-pager that should be helpful. We are also working closely with KYTC to push on communications specifically around our neighborhoods that would mostly be impacted by that. So we're working on that as well. The second thing I wanted to report on is that we heard a lot of concerns about the snow and issues related to snow in our community. And as Mayor Washington and you all gave us the order to look at a path forward, in consultation with the mayor, we formed an ad hoc snow committee that will meet this month a couple times. It's got residents' representation from different parts of Covington, businesses, the school district, Tank, to just get together and study the issue and give us some recommendations on things moving forward. Obviously, the weather is great today, so the snow is going to melt, and hopefully it'll stay warm, but we will be prepared to bring back those recommendations once we know what they are. That's all I had.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions for Commissioner Tabby?
I just have one. Do you have a date for when that meeting's going to be?
We are in the process of scheduling it, and I should have mentioned that Tom West is actually going to be facilitating that conversation, but we're in the process of scheduling.
Thank you.
Okay. No other questions for the city manager. We'll move on to the new business consent agenda. Will the clerk please report?
In order authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Atlantic Emergency Solutions for the purchase of a new tractor-drawn ladder truck for the fire department. In order appointing Amanda Arell to the Human Rights Commission for a 3-year term effective February 11th, 2026 and expiring February 10th, 2029.
I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Downing,
Second.
second by Commissioner Ackery. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Commissioner comments, or excuse me, commission discussion? Does any commissioner like to discuss anything? Commissioner comments? No comments? And I have no comments. So we will stand adjourned. Thank you.